your initial reaction when you heard that the defamation case has been ruled in favor of Kennedy Agyapong?
Well, evil and evildoers would not perpetrate their wrongdoing forever. There will be justice, and that justice is today. Today, not anywhere, but in the law court, where now it has been confirmed, verified, and approved that Anas Armiyao Anas is corrupt. I'm not saying this, it's the court of Ghana that is saying it, that he's a blackmailer. This is the court of Ghana saying it. I'm not the one saying it. And it is true that evildoers would not perpetrate their evil acts forever. There will be one day where the truth will come out. And the truth has come out in a way that has humiliated this man whose modus operandi was not to seek the truth, but to twist things in his favor and to make him look great. Now it has been confirmed in court that everything he has done in the past, everything he has done, as far as journalism is concerned, it's not journalism, but it's blackmail and corruption. This is what the court has said, and we thank God for it.
Okay, so when Kennedy Agyapong spoke after the court ruling, he dedicated the victory to Mr. Kwesi Antechi and said that this is a vindication that Antechi didn't do anything wrong.
Well, Kennedy has got the chance to say whatever he can say in his own opinion. Because I have been a victim of what Anas does. I have been a victim. And the sad thing was that a lot of Ghanaian journalists, all the big media we have in the country, Daily Guide, Times, all the big media houses, including you, GhanaWeb, everything Anas said, as journalists, sometimes you should have used, you should have used your journalistic instincts to ask questions. But you didn't. In that unquestioning obedience to Anas, whatever he published was the gospel truth. You just put it out like that. Where was the journalism? Where was the search for the truth? In my case, he recorded me in a conversation that did not last for 3 minutes. I was seen in the video saying what the guy was saying was wrong. It is not done in Ghana football. He attempted to give money at me. I waved my hands and said no. You didn't see me, Ibrahim Sannie Daara, coming there with a colleague of mine. You didn't see me saying that give this bribe or whatever it is he was calling it to a colleague of mine. And a colleague of mine did not go there. He didn't show it. Yet you people said Anas has said me. I sent somebody to go and take a bribe on my behalf. Where was that person I sent?
Okay.
Where was it when I was sending the person? Yet you, the media, reported it as fact. Unfortunately, this is what journalism has become in Ghana. So much to the point that this corrupt guy, who has been described as corrupt by the court, has the power to even decide who the IGP of Ghana is. If what Kennedy Agyapong said is true, the authorities in our country must now be soul-searching themselves for the grave travesty they've done to our country. For all to promote a crook, someone who's been described as a corrupt person by the court, for promoting him even to the point he's the one that interviews prospective IGPs. So you can find it. He will investigate the parliament, so he's controlling the legislature. He will investigate the judges, he's controlling the judiciary, and he's the one interviewing the IGP, so he's controlling the police. So what does it mean? You as the ordinary citizen, you don't have any justice. You don't have any fairness. You don't have just has said which country we are in, that one person has this power to the point that he appoints the IGP of a country. He has the power to go to the judiciary, records them anyhow he deems fit, puts them anyhow he deems fit, and the country will accept it without even questioning anything. You just throw people under the bus just for the sake of a guy like this. Is this what journalism is? It's crazy. This country needs a soul searching. The Ghana Journalists Association must soul search itself and see what the judge has said and seek to reclaim the soul from crooks like this who masquerade as investigative journalists. Like the judge said, he's an investigative terrorist, not a journalist.
Yeah, on that, there have been some commentaries that the pronouncement of the judge describing Anas as an investigative terrorist and all that means that the state should, however, open an investigation into the dealings of Anas. Do you agree with them?
I do agree. I do agree that the state must open an investigation. In fact, the president of the country, Nana Akufo-Addo, should be answering some of the questions that Kennedy Agyapong raised. For instance, how come the IGP, a prospective IGP of a country, is interviewed by Anas? So that when somebody has a police case against Anas, and Anas is the one that installed that IGP, what happens to that case?
Okay.
Even if that person is right, it means that because he installed the IGP, can you get justice anywhere? Meanwhile, imagine all the land cases he has against people all over Chado and somewhere in cantonments and elsewhere. Why would a journalist become a land guard? Why would a journalist become so powerful that when you send his court cases to police stations, people are released? The guy who was brought to film me was reported by Accra Suffolk at the Nima police station. Within 10 minutes, when the guy was arrested, he was released. Now I understand why the guy was released within 10 minutes. That is why you get no justice. That is why the judge described him as corrupt, and the corruption he was doing has permeated every fabric of Ghanaian society. And true, this thing deserves a governmental investigation, a body to look into it. Not only that, the injustices that were meted out to all Ghanaian employees that were handed raw deals, including me, not anybody, I speak for myself, including me, that were handled raw deals under the guise of Anas's investigative terrorism.
All right, so is it time that Mr. Yantechi also takes up his own, since Kennedy is saying that this has proven that Yantechi didn't do anything wrong?
Well, that is up to Mr. Yantechi, but I think that Kwesi Yantechi has a good case. For instance, to say that somebody, he can go back to FIFA, for instance, and say the person and the investigations you use against me, now the court has found that this person is a corrupt person. This person is a crook. This person is an investigative terrorist. He can go back to FIFA and tell them, reconsider my case. And if a case is taken from a crook or a corrupt person, in most countries, the case will be reheard because this is fresh evidence. The case will be reheard, and perhaps those accusations against Kwesi will be thrown away. Meanwhile, mind you, the FIFA must be wary because FIFA must be wary because even the Swiss codes don't permit secret recordings to be used against people. If somebody should take FIFA to the ordinary law courts in Switzerland over a secret recording that has been used by them, they'll be in trouble with the Swiss law. Okay. So they must consider this. I think Kwesi has got a good case. He can go back to FIFA and tell them that you dealt with me using
evidence.
Using evidence from a corrupt person who has been proven to be corrupt by a competent court. And I think that FIFA can give him a hearing based on this. Once fresh evidence has emerged that this person is corrupt, he takes money from people to do investigations. This is what the court has said. I'm not saying it. It's the court saying it. This is what the court has said. He takes money from people. He blackmail people. It could have been that he had taken money. It could have been that he had taken money from people to do the investigation against Kwesi. It could be true. It could be true. It could be true. This is what the court has found. This is what the court has said he does. And I'm speaking based on what the court has said and nothing more.
Okay, so before I let you go, Agyapong was also awarded 50,000 Ghana cedis in damages, but he said he's not going to take the money. But his advice to Anas is he should go and change his ways. What would be Sannie Daara's advice to Anas Arimeyao?
My advice to Anas, for me, I'm a Muslim. My advice to him is to soul search. To walk across the length and breadth of this world, of the people he has offended. He has used false evidence against to apologize to them and seek for forgiveness before he dies from this earth. Because the Quran tells us that the worst form of human being is a human being who spies on people and uses and spreads falsehood about them. In my case, he spied against me and used falsehood. He lied about me, like the ethics committee of the GFA found that there was no evidence to this confession. Now the courts in Ghana have proven that he lied. He lies that he is corrupt. He must seek repentance from them. Otherwise, God's punishment on him and on the day of the judgment will be withering.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sannie. Thanks for speaking to me too.
Thank you.